friends, how are you today? It's a cloudy type day and I'm feeling kind of that's all I gotta say. I don't feel happy, sad. I'm just kind of it's one of them days, just one of them days. So anyway, um I've been doing some pickups lately, and then something came in the mail which triggered a memory, and I wanted to share that memory with you today as we talk about a couple of movies that kind of don't go together. These movies have really nothing to do with each other. If you were to mention one movie, you would never think of the other movie. But in my life, this was a thing. Okay, so we are talking today about one of my pickups, which is The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking. Yes, it finally came out on Blu-ray. It is an upgrade from my DVD. And to be perfectly honest with you, this was not one of my favorite movies. This was not something that was like a big thing for me. This was more my kids used to enjoy this as kids. But my thing was this Pippi Longstocking. And the story about this other Blu-ray goes side by side. So let's put these away here. So I'm going to talk a little bit. Actually, I should be holding up the Pippi Longstocking thing. Hold on. Since it is the pickup that I got. So when I was a kid, I used to go over to my aunt's house, and she would be watching Pippi Longstocking. But it was the original Pippi Longstocking. See, I'm holding around. I'm all messed up. But hang on. Okay. All right. So it was this Pippi Longstocking, yes. And I used to go over her house, and we used to watch it, and it was very, very enjoyable. She had the first one in this collection here. It has Pippi Longstocking, Pippi Goes on Board, Pippi in the South Seas, and Pippi on the Run. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 movies in there, and then before I had the Blu-ray, I had the DVD collection, which has 4 DVDs in there. And the reason why I hung on to the DVD collection is because for some reason I want to say Pippi on the Run or Pippi Goes on, one of the Pippis in the Blu-ray collection for some reason does not play in my Blu-ray player. It plays in every other Blu-ray player in the house, and my other Blu-ray player, which I keep disconnected and then I reconnect for certain things there, but for some reason it won't play in that one certain player. So I think I gotta upgrade Blu-ray players, maybe go to a 4K player, in my viewing room, and maybe we'll see how that works out. That's why I didn't get rid of the set. I wasn't like, I'm going to buy another set because it does work in everything else. It just doesn't work in that certain one. So I don't know why. But anyway, so I hung on to the DVDs, not only because of that, but because each one of these in the DVD collection has this really cool cover art from the original posters and the original VHS tapes that we used to rent back in the day. So anyway, I didn't know who Pippi Longstocking was. Never heard about Pippi Longstocking. And then all of a sudden I go visit my aunt, and she's watching Pippi Longstocking with her nieces and nephews, no relation. And I was like, this is pretty good. Kind of caught my attention. So I my father was like, okay, well, he likes it. I was kind of young. And he's like, well, can I borrow the VHS tape so I can make a copy? Because that was the thing back in the day. Back in the day, my aunt would let my father borrow her DVD player, her VHS player, for the weekend, and they would buy these patch cords in the back, and they would patch them up together, and you could actually record one VHS tape to another VHS tape, which I'm sure was probably illegal at the time, but it was something that everybody was doing, so I guess no big deal. Anyway, so she asked if so he asked her if he could borrow the movie. The problem was back in the day, movies were SP, SLP, and LP. Wait a minute, SLP, LP, and S. Wow. Let's try that one more time. SLP, LP, and SP. Which SLP was the one where you could put 3 movies on the disc. Wow. I'm like, because of technology, I can't even come up with the. Okay, so you could. So, if you had it on SLP, you could fit 3 movies on one VHS. There we go. If you put on LP, you could fit 2 movies on VHS. And if you put on SP, you could fit one movie on VHS. The problem was you put on SLP, the picture quality was terrible. You put on LP, the picture quality was a little bit better. You put on SP, and you got pretty much the same thing that you would have transferred from the other disc. Here we go with the disc again. VHS tape. You know what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe you're too young and you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so he would borrow this VHS player and he would match them together and he would make copies of the VHS tape. So, but the problem was is that for some reason my aunt had a copy herself that she had gotten. And after Pippi Longstocking, there was this movie, Microwave Massacre. Yeah, they got nothing to do with each other. We're talking a sick, low-budget, crazy horror movie. And we have a kids, I want to say 70s, 60s, 70s, 70s. It was old. It's not going to tell me. And I don't know why I even bother looking, because I never get the answer on the back of these things. I don't know. They should put in big letters right about. I know they're rated G, so this is good or whatever. And this is not rated G. This is rated R. This is a straight up horror movie about a guy that picks up prostitutes, chops them up, puts them in a microwave, and that's what he does. He scouts them out and he brings them home and he chops them up and puts them in the microwave. And then you got Pippi Longstocking. Did I mention that this video is not for kids? Okay, let's get that right over here. This is me trying to point out a problem here. So what would happen was, well, my father decided that he was going to make this copy, and right after Pippi Longstocking was Microwave Massacre. So the opening scene to Microwave Massacre is literally what you see pretty much in this picture right here. It's a head in a microwave. And so I get to the end of Pippi Longstocking, and they would be playing the Pippi Longstocking song, and I'd be all, and I was little and everything, and I'm like, Pippi, Pippi, and I'm all excited because I just got done watching Pippi Longstocking. My brother was on the side of me. We were watching Pippi Longstocking together because we were two dudes who just had a thing for Pippi Longstocking, I guess. I don't know. But we yahoo, Pippi. And then the head from Microwave Massacre would come out and scare the bejesus out of us. It was straight up, when this movie ended, we would be like, shut it off! Shut it off! We would take turns running to the VCR to see who could shut up, because back in the day, I don't know if anybody knows, back in the day, VCRs had remote controls, but the remote controls had wires, and the wires were only like 2 feet long. So if you were sitting on the couch or sitting on a chair, those remote controls were pretty much useless. Okay, so back in the day, you had the cool. And I'll put a picture somewhere over here somewhere of this really cool VHS remote control. I don't know what they were thinking. The person that created this thing. I mean, he could have made it like maybe let's say 10 feet long, or at least 6 feet long. But the cords for these things were literally, I'm talking about maybe 2 feet. Like you're standing in front of the VCR. How lazy are you? You might as well just hit the stop button. I never understood the whole concept of why they had these wired VCR controllers. But anyway, so me and my brother, we take turns. It's like the Pippi, the song's going on. They were like, run, get over there, shut it off before we see the head. The head's coming. It's coming. And then sometimes we're a little bit too slow. And never mind if we watched it at night and it was dark, we had the lights off and everything. And all of a sudden we're like, Pippi. And it's like, dong. Because it has this thing. It warns you that it's going to scare the crap out of you. I mean, it's like a... So you got the Happy Pippi song going on there, and then all of a sudden it's dong. You're gonna be scared. Shut it off, quick, run, because here comes the head. Here comes the microwave head. So the reason why I bought this is a Arrow video release, and I was really happy to get this title because it had Arrow Video #1. They give you tons and tons of special features. and I think that that's cool. I mean, like I didn't need to know everything about Microwave Massacre. Has nothing to do with Texas Chainsaw Massacre or any of those. This is a massacre of its own. This is a straight up people he's chopping you up and putting you in the microwave, and Microwave Massacre. It's pretty self-explanatory. But for some reason, I don't know why my father would have chosen, or my aunt would have chosen, to put Pippi Longstocking right before Microwave Massacre, so that way kids are like, oh, Pippi, and then boom, you know what I mean? It's like, but to this day, I can't get the vision out of my head. Now, I'm a man. I'm a grown man, and I still watch Pippi Longstocking. I will literally be in my room on like a Friday night, Saturday night, and I'll put in Pippi Longstocking. My wife will come and be like, "You watching Pippi Longstocking?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm watching some Pippi Longstocking." Listen, this is good stuff. You know, if you have kids, get Pippi Longstocking. You know what? I actually would recommend you get this Pippi Longstocking. Now, this is a little strange because this Pippi Longstocking is, I want to say she's from Germany or whatever. So it's like watching a kung fu movie. The lips don't really match up with the actor. I think they did like a voiceover, an American voiceover over I think it's Inga Nielsen, I think is the name of the and ask me why I remember that. It's because I was like I was infatuated with this Pippi Longstocking. I just thought she was adorable.
Hi. Who are you? My name is Pippi Longstocking. Just who are you?
And she was out of her mind. And I don't know, redhead, adorable, out of their mind. That must have been my attraction. Anyway, so if you want to, wow, what's the word I'm looking at? So I'm so stuck up on the Pippi Longstocking. No, if you want to show your kids a really, really good, you know, franchise, it's the Pippi Longstocking series. You know, and then for some reason I bought these. So I bought this box set first, which was good enough, you know, that to go with it. And then I had to have it on Blu-ray because I'm like, I want to upgrade, and I mean, these are old, so I wanted, you know, the picture quality to be awesome. And then I found this, which was Pippi Longstocking, the TV series, which I guess was a thing. I have no idea. But all it really is the first movie chopped up into episodes. But still cool to have as part of the Pippi Longstocking collection. And then, of course, I had to pick up Pippi Longstocking, the cartoon, which I've never watched. And the New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking, which, you know, they had their place in Pippi history, I guess. But as memorable as these movies are, I still remember this more than this. Okay, so the dong, you know, it's just to this day, and somebody might ask me why would you buy a movie that traumatized you as a child? Why would you want to go back and revisit that? Because I can. Because I feel like we need to face our fears sometimes. Sometimes I feel like you know, there's certain movies and certain things that scare you as a child, and then you go back and revisit them, you're like, you know, it really wasn't that scary. Now, I put this movie back in, we're talking probably 24, 25 years later, and it was ridiculous. It's so low budget and but you know what? It's a fun movie. It's a fun low budget horror movie that kind of circled around the microwave. And I think the reason why it was Microwave Massacre was because this was when microwaves first came out. And for some reason, whenever things first come out and they're not so well known, you know, it's like, well, you know, we'll see if we can make a scary movie out of it. Let's make people afraid of the microwave, you know what I mean? And mission accomplished, because I was afraid to look at my microwave. There was going to be a head in that thing, spinning around that little rotisserie circle thing in the middle of your glass circle, and boom. Mission accomplished there, Microwave Massacre. And thank you to my aunt and my father for sneaking Microwave Massacre in right after my beloved Pippi Longstocking. What a treat. Thank you so much. You made me what I am today. And with that said, I want to thank you. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you later.